See, this is ninth program, C program to perform multiplication of matrix. In the first line we are written a comment line. In the comment line we written what? Program name. Okay, and second we included a header file called standard input output header file, and third one is console input output header file. Okay, after that we started with our C program with the opening main function by opening a flower bracket. Okay, so here, and after starting the main function we taken a next step, that is what here, initialization, and here we used a two-dimensional arrays. Okay, one array, a two-dimensional array, because we want to multiply the matrix, right? Matrix will be how it is in the rows and columns, correct? So we need to take here two-dimensional arrays, and these are what size of the array. First array is A, that is a size, two size we had given what, 10 and 10, and second array is B, again we are given a same size. Means in this size means what, here we can store a till 10 number of integer values, right? So this is a size. Second array is B. A and B we are going to multiply, and after multiplying we want to store the result, right? So again one more array we are taken, two-dimensional array, that is what, multiply result, to store a multiply result, that is MUL array we are taken, and row 1 column 1 row 2 column 2 variables we are taken here. See, R1, C1, R2, C2, these are what, row 1 column 1 row 2 column 2, like that. Okay, and IJ we are taken variables because we want to use here for loop. So for that purpose we are taken IJ variable, and one more variable we are taken here K. This why I will explain you in the program later. And next one more variable sum, and sum value initially we assigned what, 0 here. Okay, so sum is having a value called 0. Next CLR SCR function to clear your previous output screen, and in the printf what we are taken here, enter the size of the matrix. Okay, means how many rows and columns you need to enter, that it is asking you. Okay, see, when you run this program, it is going to ask you what, enter the size of the matrix. Okay, how many columns you want and how many rows you want in the first array. Then here in the after that in the scanf function, what is going to happen, you whatever values you are going to store enter, no, those are going to store in a memory location using input function, that is scanf function, and address will be assigned to R1 and C1, that is what, row 1 and column 1. And in the printf function again what we are entered here, enter the elements of a matrix A. How many matrix size, whatever, if you enter a 2 row and 2 column, and where it went, program number 9. Okay, row 2 row column 2, if you enter like that, then you want to enter the elements of a matrix A. Okay, so in the printf what it is asking, enter the elements of a matrix A, and this will be displayed on the output screen after entering the size of the row 1 and column 1 of matrix A. Then you need to take here for loop. Why? Because if you are not going to take a for loop, then only first row and column 1's first element and rows 1 first element only will be stored. So you need to take all elements of the matrix. No, for that purpose you are going to use here for loop. Okay, initially in the expression, in the for loop, initially I value are given 0, and you are taking a condition. What condition you are taking here? I is less than row 1. Okay, if you take a R1 as a 2, then it will be checked. Okay, then condition is, until that condition becomes true, the whatever element you are going to enter, no, that is going to store in your first array, that is a of ij. Okay, a of ij is what? I and j is the index value of array, first array, a array. Okay, index value of array a. Then whatever value you're going to, elements you're going to store, no, those are going to store in this first array a, in the matrix a. Like that, two for loops you are taking, one for row 1 and one for column. Okay, and you are closing those both the loops here. And for the matrix b you need to enter, one matrix is completed, that is what? A matrix. And you want to take a second matrix to multiply, right? So for that again same process will be continued here, same thing you're going to continue here. That is what? Enter the size of the matrix b you will say, and scanf is going to be taken here. Why? Because row 2 and column 2 values you want to store, no, in the computer memory. So again you are going to take a scanf function. And in the multiplication process, what you are going to do here, how the multiplication is going to happen, row 1 and column 1 will be multiplied and added, no? You know how to multiply the matrix? All of you know how to multiply the matrix? Please answer me.
Yes, ma'am.
So how it is going to be happen, tell me? Row 1 and column 1 will be multiplied and added, right? Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
So for that purpose we are changing here, we are taking here condition, that is what? If c1 is not equal to r2, means column 1 is not equal to r2, r2 is what? Row 2. Okay, like that we are taking a condition here. If this condition is true, then what? The matrix cannot be multiplied. Okay, column 1 is not equal to row 2, then what? The matrix cannot be multiplied. Like that it is going to print. If this condition is not true, okay, so else part will be executed. That is what here, else part is what here, see, in the else part enter the element of matrix b. Okay, matrix b elements you are going to enter. If this condition is not true, c1 is equal to r2, if it is there, then it is going to, a control is going to ask what? Compiler is going to ask what? Enter the elements of matrix b. Otherwise it is going to print what? The matrix cannot be multiplied, right? So after entering, after taking the elements of matrix b, again you are going to take a for loops, two for loop. As usual for matrix a how you took, no, same thing you are going to take for here matrix b also, same process is going to happen here. Okay, then after that within the loop you are going to take a scanf, and whatever elements are going to be there, no, those all are going to store in the computer memory. Next, after storing this, again you are taking a for loop to multiply now, right? For loop, same for loop you are taking here, that is what here, for I equal to 0, I is less than r1, I plus plus. And here see second for loop how it is, j is equals to 0, j is less than c2 is there here, right? And j plus plus, this for loop. And one more for loop you are taking, that is what? K is equals to 0, k is less than r2, and k will get incremented. Within these all three for loop your multiplication is going to happen, that is what? Row and column will be multiplied and added, right? Like that process is going to happen here. See, sum equal to sum plus a of I k into b of kj, like that. Okay, then see here, that is also this addition, multiplication of two matrices is going to happen in the loop only. Okay, and this first loop is going to close this. that is what k is equals to 0, k is less than r2, k plus plus. This loop is going to close here, and multiply whatever value is stored in a sum variable, no, that is going to transferred to array. That is what multiplication. We are taken to store the array matrix result, no, MUL, multiplication. In that we are going to transfer that whatever value is stored in the sum variable, and again we are taking a sum value as equal to 0 only in the loop, and after that we are closing both the loops, I and j loop we are closing here, and again to print the result same procedure is going to happen here. Again we are taking a loop. The product of two matrices are I equal to 0, I is less than R1, I plus plus, and j equal to 0, j is less than C2. That is what column 2, j plus plus. And within the loop, we are printing a multiplication result here. That multiplication result is stored in MUL array of ij. That is at MUL mul of I and j. And within the loop again one more slash and we are taking. Why? Because we want to display that multiplication result in the matrix, right? So in that form we want to display, no, for that purpose within a loop we are taking that slash n. Slash n is for what purpose? To take your cursor to next line, okay? And after that we are closing both the loops, and we are taking a getCH function to get a character from outputs from keyboard to output screen, and main function we are closing here. Okay, after this I will run this program and show you. Just see, run, enter the size of the matrix 2 2. Okay, I will press enter again. Enter the elements of matrix A. 1 space 2, enter, 1 space 1. I'll press again enter. Can see, enter the size of the matrix B. So whatever matrix size you are going to enter, no, it will first check with the condition. In the program I already explained you, it is going to check the condition before. If it is correct, then only the multiplication process is continue, otherwise it will display the multiplication is not possible karke. Okay, so here before that we need to, I will take, okay, so I will take a size of the matrix here 2 and 2 only. So it won't show you that multiplication is not possible. It will show you the elements of matrix B. Enter the elements of matrix B, it will show. Okay, now enter the elements of matrix B and press enter. It will show you result. But here in the mobile, this software is giving problem. Actually program is correct. Okay, program is correct, but answer is not coming properly. I checked it twice, but answer is not coming correctly. Program is correct, and I executed and saw this in the computer. In the computer answer is coming correctly. Got it? So all of you just execute once in the mobile. Okay, if you are having a computer at home, execute in the computer and check answer is coming correctly in the computer. Got it? No, like this it is going to work. Understood all of you?